So we have completed till the arthropoda, right? And after the arthropoda, we have even practiced these some of these questions. So which were related to these previous topics, right? So today we are going to start with the next phylum, that is the mollusca. Hello, Martin. So let's start with the mollusca. Fine. So what is the peculiar with the mollusca? That mollusca is the second largest phylum of the animal. That is the property of mollusca, and they have organ system as well, right? So well developed organ system. So the molluscans are represented by their hard shell, right? So that is the peculiarity of molluscans, and this is the peculiar feature of this phylum. So they have hard shell, which is made up of calcium carbonate. You must have seen that that kind of the shell are found at the seashore, and they are used as an ornament and all that, and they are one of the hardest structure, animal structure. So that is the peculiarity. So what I want to ask you, I have a question. There are some molluscans, and they are the exceptions which do not have the hard shell around their soft body. So would you tell me what are those organisms? Because that was the question which have been asked in the medical examination. Yes, Martin and Yasir, both of you. There are some molluscans, exceptional. There are some molluscans which do not have hard shell around their body to protect them. Please name those molluscans. Any of those molluscans. That question I've been asked. That's why I'm asking. No one? Octopus. Octopus is the molluscan which do not have hard covering or hard shell around their body. Right. So look, this is the structure of phyla, right? Phyla is that is normally known, we call them snail, right? So phyla or snail, this is the representative organism. What are the question? What have been asked? I'll tell you. Look, so peculiarity is that they have the outer covering, and this outer covering is called shell, right? This is the outermost covering. The shell or outermost covering, it is made up of calcium carbonate, right? First question. So first question I have asked that which are the exceptional organisms which do not have these shells, right? So the second question which have been asked, which part of the molluscan secrete this cell, right? Cell is made up of calcium carbonate. This one, this is shell, and cell is made up of calcium carbonate, right? That is the composition of the cell, and not any other organic. This shell is secreted by this one, this mantle, right? So mantle is a layer or it's a membranous structure. This mantle shell, please note it down. Cell is shell is secreted by the cells of mantle. Shell is secreted by the cells of mantle. Full stop. While mantle is made up of See, we have to write here in point form, not in language form, in point form. I'll tell you here in this chapter, I'll tell you only those things which are important for our. Yeah, I'll repeat that. That question you have to jot down in the point form, bullet form, right? And in separate part, right? Not in your notebook, that notebook where you are writing the regular class. You are taking the regular classes. Shell is secreted by cells of mantle. shell is secreted by cells of mantle. Full stop. It is hard, protective structure. It is hard, protective structure made up of hard, protective structure made up of calcium carbonate. Right. So the peculiarity is that they have the shell. Then again, come to here. After the mantle, you will see there is a coelom. Coelom means there is a space. Coelomic cavity means there is a space, and in that space, the organ remains filled. Intestine is there, and intestine is complete. They have the gonad. Gonad, they are the sex organ, right? They have digestive gland. Stomach is present. Foot is false foot. They do not have any real foot, right? So foot is that is extension of their body, right? It's not a real foot. Crop is present. Radula is present. Mouth is present. So I'll start from here. Mouth is the part from where they eat something, right? Dead and decaying material. But radula is a jaw-like structure. With the help of radula, they crush these substances, right? This is the just conceptual building. You need not to note down anything. Again, there are nervous system is present. You can see there are two nerves. Crop is that part where they store the food, right? Crop is meant for storing the food. Crop is, right? Crop is meant for storing the food. Crop is also found in the insect like cockroach. Then there is this one, visceral hump, right? This is the visceral hump, uplifted part. Gills are present, so they respire with the help of gill. One more important thing, they have the tentacle-like structure. These are the tentacles. You can see these tentacles. These tentacle at the end or at the top of the tentacle, you can see there are eyes. So eyes are present on these tentacles. What we call these tentacles? These tentacles are called omatophores. It is written over here. Omatophore have been asked. Next point, note it down. These are all the questions have been asked. Note down. Omatophores are sensory structure. Omatophores are sensory structure. At the top of omatophore, eyes are present. At the top of omatophore, eyes are present. Right? Next. Now, muscular bodies, so their body is very soft, and this is covered with the shell, right? Then shell is secreted by mantle, that I have explained you. Body cavity is greatly reduced. So this is the body cavity. Body cavity means the place inside the body. But cavity means the place inside the body. This is greatly reduced, means this is filled with the organ. Digestive tract is complete because mouth, anus, and intestine all are present. So digestive tract is complete. Blood vascular system is open type, right? They have the open blood vascular system. What does it mean by open blood vascular system? We have already discussed in the these insect, because open circulatory system is also found in the insect, right? So you can see this open circulatory system, the blood do not flow in the closed vessels and arteries, right? Or rather than vessel or arteries do not flow in the closed duct or pipe, right? So blood remains filled in some cavities. Those are called hemocytes. Now, the peculiarity with the molluscan, even this question have been asked. The blood of octopus and most of the molluscan is blue, right? It is made up of copper compound, and the name of this copper compound is hemocyanin. Our blood is red, right? Why? Because our blood is made up of, it is an iron compound, and it is made up of iron, right? So this is red in color, but blood is blue in these octopus and rest of the organism. Octopus used his blood for sake of escaping from the enemies. Sometimes if it gets stuck, exceptionally, otherwise it is itself a big camouflage and big hunter, right? Sometime exceptionally, if they get stuck or some enemy attack them, So they spread their blood, and that's why visible. But that's how they reduces the visibility because their blood is blue in water, and they escape from there. So this is the mechanism which is found in octopus and squid. So blood. Please note down. Blood is blue in molluscan. Blood is blue in molluscan as they contain. Blood is blue in molluscan as they contain the iron compound as they contain they contain the copper compound as they contain the copper compound hemocyanin. Full stop. Next, one more question. Now, which is the exception? Right. There is a cuttlefish. Cuttlefish is a molluscan, right? Sorry. Cuttlefish is a molluscan. Cuttlefish is a type of molluscan which contain closed circulatory system, means blood flow in artery and veins. So please note it down. Cuttlefish, spelling is written over here, Cuttlefish. Cuttlefish is an exception. Cuttlefish is an exception which contain closed circulatory system. Then respiration, if we talk about the respiration takes place through gill, mental, and pulmonary sac. So you have to remember the pulmonary sac. Pulmonary sac have been asked, right? What is the pulmonary sac? Pulmonary sac is something, you can say it's a precursor of lungs. These are the lungs-like structure, right? So pulmonary sac have been asked, right? Which organism respire through the pulmonary sac? Or this question have been asked. So you have to remember the pulmonary sac. I have underlined it. Excretion takes place through kidney. So kidney are present. Means I have already told you that they have the organ. Gills are present for excretion as well as respiration. So they also help in the excretion of gases, carbon dioxide. Ammonia is chief excretory product. Brain and nerve cord is present. Eye are present on stalk called ometophores that we have written. Generally, they are male and female are separate, but some are hermaphrodite, where male females are same. They are oviparous, means they reproduce the egg. Now you have to write down some example and you have to remember this. Oyster or unio, it is called freshwater mussel, or oyster pearl is a type of oyster from where we get the pearls, right? So we extract or we harvest the pearl from them. So oyster, that is unio, it is called freshwater mussel. Pila, it is called a snail. Sepia is cuttlefish. Squid, it is called logio. Octopus or devilfish, they all are example of mollusks. They all are mollusks. So this is all about the mollusks. Note down these examples, right? If you haven't noted down, so please note down these examples. And let me know when you note it down. Done? Okay, fine. Come to the next one. Next phylum is just Echinodermata. Yes, next is Echinodermata. Only water canal system is important. This is the most important thing, water canal system. So look, echinus dermis means spiny and dermis means skin. So those organisms which have spiny skin are counted in this phylum. So they are called echinodermata, right? So echinodermata, let me tell you, this is the starfish. So starfish is the member of this phylum, echinodermata, right? Starfish have this kind of structure. So look, they have the five arms, and every arm at the center there is this is structure. This is called a stomach, right? They have a stomach, and from stomach they radiate out these structure. These structure are digestive gland, and there is a central canal, digestive gland, and there is a anus. So anus is this is anus, and mouth is upside. So the first and foremost question that echinodermata do not have head. Please note it down. Echinodermata, echinodermata do not have head, right? Heads are not present. Echinodermata do not have head, right? This head part is not fine. Next, that they have now come to this point. This structure where I am rotating my cursor. Look, this is called medraporite. Medraporite is a mouth-like structure from where they suck the water, right? And even they can uh, mm, like release the water from same point. This is poor for entry of the water as well as exit of the water, right? So normally they do not use it for exit. They take this is you let's consider like this is the only entry of the water, right? Now there is this circular ring like structure. This structure is like fountain. You must have seen that fountain. And now five arms radiate out. Every radiate outing arms is literally connected with these structures. These structures are called tube fit, right? Tube fit, this swollen part is called ampulla, and this lower part is called podium, and this is opening, right? They suck the water from the medraporite and they release it with the help of podium, right? By this way, they show the locomotion. So when they have to go inside the water, they will suck the water in high pressure and release slowly, right? And the same way, if they have to go upside, they suck the water and release with the force. So they go up. By this way, they can go up and down. They cannot go left or right, right? So this system is called water canal system, right? This water canal system is peculiarity of this phylum. All existing echinoderms are marine, right? Generally, they live at the sea bottom, right? Body is star shaped and they lack the head. This question have been asked that they lack the head. Head is not found in the echinoderm. Radial symmetry that is visible to you. Many bear spine to protect. Protection is their function, so they bear the spine at their skin. Water vascular system, which I was teaching. This is the better explanation of water vascular system. So you can see there is a medraporite. Medraporite is this one, medraporite. So medraporite is the part from where the water can enter, and from here it circulates this ring-like structure. From ring-like structure, there are some radial canals. So there are five radial canals. And literally at the radial canal, there are these structure called tube feet. The upper part of the tube feet is called ampulla, and lower part that is the opening. Right. So that's how they do. Digestive tract is complete because mouth and anus both are present. They have specialized excretory organs are absent. That is important. Note it down. They do not have specialized excretory structure like kidney were present in the molluscus, right? Nervous system or nerve ring is found, a radial nerve cord. So they have nerve ring and radial nerve cord. And sense organ, they are poorly developed. Next point means they do not have eye and all that, right? Sense organs are poorly developed. Please note it down this point. First point, specialized excretory structure like kidney. Specialized excretory structure like kidney are absent. Specialized excretory structures like kidney are absent. Next point, they do not have a specialized sense organ like eyes. They do not have a specialized sense organ like eye, right? So these kind of specialized sense organs are absent. They do not have these organs, right? So next point, starfish is called estuaries and sea urchin. Sea urchin, this is called Echinus. It is member of this phylum. So there is a not much more for your medical examination. So these were the only important thing is that is the water canal system or water vessels. Is that clear? Go through with it and tell me every point is clear, or if you have any question. One more important thing, please note it down. There is no sexual dimorphism. There is no sexual dimorphism. That is male and female. There is no sexual dimorphism. That is male and female. There is no sexual dimorphism. That is male and female are
Can you
same.
share the screen?
Sorry.
Can you share the screen?
Yeah, sure. Just this point is not there actually. There is no sexual dimorphism. There is no adjustment. There is no sexual dimorphism. That is male and female. Male and female are male and female cannot be differentiated. Cannot be differentiated. Male and female cannot be differentiated on the basis of external feature. Male and female cannot be differentiated on the basis of external feature. Right? So this was all about the echinodermate. Tell me. Any doubt? Any query? Yes, sir. Tell me. I didn't understand the water vessel. Okay, fine. Look, this organism, this is echinodermata, right? This echinodermata have this kind of the pipeline in. Look, you can see This is pipeline. This pipeline. So this slaty color structure, you can see there is a pipeline like this ring-like structure. There is a medraporite, and from medraporite, so the same this structure is found inside this organism, right? This is there is a ring. From ring there are 5 arms, right? 5 pipeline, like you must have seen in the fountain, and these 5 lines are interconnected. They are laterally connected with these pores, like, and there is an exit, right? So this is the water entry. Water will enter from here. It will suck water from. Water will go in this ring. From this ring, it will go to these pellet, these 5 pipes. From these 5 pipe, water will come out from here. These, right? So water will exit from here. Did you got this point? This complete pipeline is called water vascular system, right? This water vascular system is used for multiple purpose. Main purpose is locomotion, move here and there. Second purpose is exchange of the gases. Third purpose is excretion. Fourth purpose is capture of the food, right? So it used for these purposes, right? Main purpose is locomotion, right? So it suck water. Suppose that it have to go upside, so it will suck water slowly, and then it will release water with a force, right? So that this thing will work like a jet of the rocket jet like system, right? That's how it will function. Got it? So it will create a force in the water and will go upside. So this is called water canal system. This system is called water vascular system or water canal. Tell me, Asir, is it clear or not? Is that clear, Asir? Yeah. Okay, fine. So let's move in the next file, right? Next is okay, hemichordata. This is also very small phylum. Hemichordata. Just they are feeling pain in my eyes. I got it in my eyes. So fine. This is hemichordata. In hemichordata, the representative member of hemichordata is melanoglossus. Right? This is called melanoglossus. So this melanoglossus, it is a representative organism, and this is called tongue-worn. Right? This melanoglossus is called tongue-worn, and this this is exceptional organism, and there are very few member are found in hemichordata. Right? So they are just the connecting link between chordates and non-chordates. Right? So in this hemichordata, you can see, look here, this is called proboscis. Proboscis is a tongue-like structure, right? So proboscis is tongue-like structure. Then below the proboscis, there is a collar, right? So that collar have this collar have the connecting point, connecting like collar and proboscis. There is a connecting point called collarate, right? And below the collarate, you can see there are bronchial region. You can see, look, this one, bronchial region. So what is the bronchial region? Bronchial region is basically the region that is meant for respiration, right? And then there is a gill spore. So gill spore, so they respire with the help of gills, right? There are dorsally curved genital wings. So genital wings, they are the reproductive organ, right? Now come to the below side. Below this, there are hepatic cica. So this hepatic cica is a digestive gland, right? They are the digestive gland. They are meant for the digestion of the food, right? Then this part is this prosthetic region, and even this part is below the this hepatic cica. There is a stomach part, right? Now this is the oceanic floor. So how do they live? So they live like this way. they make a U-shaped burrow. They make U-shaped burrow. This is structure, this U-shaped burrow. They go from here to here and they live in this U-shaped burrow. That is a peculiarity of there, right? And they live in burrow and they are exclusively marine. Gill cells are present on the dorsal portion. So blood vascular system is open type. They have heart and blood is colorless. So remember their blood is colorless. Excretory organs are proboscis. This is important. This you need to remember. This front part, it is this proboscis is not mouth. Basically, this is the water will go inside the burrow because they remain in the water. So it do not disturb them. They are used to of the water. They live in the water. So burrow they make water in this ocean floor, right? This is for the protecting themselves from the attackers, right, and enemies. Excretory organ is processes. So nerve cord is present. Sensory cells are present at the skin. They do not have exclusive sensory organ. Sexual reproduction and sex may be separate or bisexual, right? Both can. So here, not much more important for your medical examination. Hardly any question have been asked from here. I haven't seen any question from this phylum, but you need to remember, it have not been asked. It doesn't mean that they won't ask, right? So don't take it anything for granted, right? Take everything serious. Question can come from every part. It may be simple or it may be difficult. Both type of the part, right? Clear, Martin and Yasir? Now we start here from core data. So before this, whatever we have studied, that was a okay. Before this, whatever we have studied, that was a non-chordate, right? Non-chordate. Non-chordata or non-chordate means those which do not have backbone. Now from here onward, we will start with the chordate. Chordate means those which have the backbone, right? Backbone is found to them. Means notochord or backbone, whatever you want to say, that is found to them, right? So what is the use of notochord or backbone? Try to understand. Look, can you tell me what is the function of notochord or backbone? Why develop? Why the notochord or backbone develop? Supporting back, not at all. Even in human, it is supporting the body or making giving the support to the body or giving the shape to the body or helping in making the structure of any organism. That is a secondary thing. Look, why the notochord developed? So first thing, try to understand. When a baby remains inside the womb, human baby, let's assume. So when baby lives inside the womb of mother, right? So that baby is a flexible. So it have the backbone, and that backbone is called backbone is flexible. We call it notochord. We do not call it because this is made up of cartilage. When it take the birth and start eating and taking milk, feeding and all that, right? Then it become harder and harder. Then it converted into bone. Our backbone is hollow and it is filled with neurons or nerves, right? Nerve cells. So, or these neurons, you must have listened to those neurons in the 9th or 10th standard. So, there are small thread-like structure, and those thread are called neurons. So, that backbone is filled with neurons, right? And those neurons do not get broken down or they remains protected. That is the function of notochord. That is the function of. So the primary function of backbone or notochord to protect the nervous system so that it does not get broken from the jerks of digestive system or other organ or other injury. So first important function is this. That's why our backbone is hollow. Inside backbone there are neurons, and those neurons are called what? What do we call them? Come on. Nerve cord. Did you got it or not? Yasir and Martin, both of you. Martin, are you listening or not? Okay, great.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Now try to understand. Phylum Chordata. It is divided into two groups, right? Two subgroups. Acraniata or Protochordata. Acraniata. So this brain box is called cranium. Acraniata means they do not have brain box. Or there inside there is a soft brain, and this brain is covered with this hard skull, and this skull is called cranium, right? So cranium is not means skull is not formed. So those organisms which do not have brain box or cranium, it is written clearly over or cranium, right? They have been kept in a subphylum that is called Acraniata. Notochord may persist throughout the life. It is not replaced by vertebral column. Look, they have the notochord, but notochord is not replaced by the vertebral column. Like I told you, when we are at the infant stage, we have the notochord, but when we develop into full-fledged baby, so on that time, this notochord converted into backbone, right, or vertebral column. Further, those which do not have backbone means those which have notochord and those which do not have brain box, they are divided into two subphylum, Urochordata and Cephalochordata. We will study them. Right? Next, those which have this brain box, they have been kept in a category that is called craniator, or right. And here the notochord is replaced by vertebral cord. Right here, initially they have the notochord, and further then development takes place. It is replaced by the this one, right? Then they have been further divided into two categories: agnatha and gnathostomata. Try to understand. Agnatha are those which do not have jaw, right? And agnatha are those which do not have jaw, right? And gnathostomata which have jaw, means jaw are present, right? Agnatha means those which do not have jaw. They have been divided into further two classes: ostracodermy and cyclostomata. Ostracodermy, they are extinct, right? Cyclostomata are those which have circular mouth, right? This was the story for those which do not have jaw. They have this brain box but do not have jaw. Again, those which have brain box and jaw is present, they have been divided into superclass: Pisces and Tetrapoda. Pisces, this is the class of fishes. Tetrapoda, those which have four limbs: two front means hand and two back means leg, right? Those which have four limbs. Pisces divided into further three categories: Plactodermy, Chondrichthyes, and Osteichthyes. Plactodermy, they all are fossil fishes, means they are no more living. Chondrichthyes, they are the fishes where the body is made up of cartilage, right? Where they have the bodies made up of cartilage. Then Osteichthyes, they are bony fishes, in the fishes which have the bones. Like these are the modern fishes which you see, which you eat in your food and all that, right? And then there are Tetrapoda, means the four limb. Tetrapoda amphibians, they are found in water as well as in land. Reptiles, they crawl on the land, apes in birds, and mammalia means mammals. So do you got this classification? If you'll understand, then you will be able to assimilate, or you will be able to get the chordata. If you will not understand this classification, you won't get the chordata. You need not to cram that. You won't get any question from here. Believe on me. Need not to. What apes means birds. Birds, right? So Martin and Yasir, this is for both of you. What I am telling you, you won't get any question in medical examination from this classification. But Until unless you do not understand this classification system, you won't be able to get it, right? Now come to here. This is a representative organism of chordate. Look, the chordate. This is not picture or diagram of any existing organism. This is representative or schematic diagram. Look, they have this structure. This is called dorsal hollow nerve cord, right? There is a nerve cord. Nerve cord means this is made up of neuron, right? This is made up of neuron, right? Then there is a notochord. Below the notochord, there is digestive system. This is mouth. Gills are present. They are called pharyngeal gills, right? Gills are present. And this is the anal opening. And this is the tail canal, right? Clear or not? Tell me. Did you got what are the chordates or not? Fine. Now we will start from here. Urochordata and cephalochordata, right? Look, notochord is not present till head, till this brain part. And cephalochordata means notochord will cover this brain. That is the difference, right? Try to break down these terms, right? Cephalochordata. Notochord is present. Cephalo means brain, till brain. This is the urochordata. So representative member of urochordata is Hardmania. The question have been asked, right? Which of the following animal have green blood? So I want to tell you that the blood may be red, blood may be blue, blood may be colorless, blood may be green, right? Here the color of the blood green is due to vanadium. Both questions have been asked. Which organism have green blood? Which component or which thing give the green color to the blood, right? So both kind of the question have been asked. So next is urochordate. Adults are generally sedentary. What does it mean by sedentary? So before going into this, I want to tell you. Look, this is this part. You know, today I have infection in my eye, so this part is I'm feeling a bit pain, so I'm unable to focus it. That's why I've tried to take out my eye from the screen. Look, there. This is the bronchial siphon, means mouth opening. These are the tentacles. From here, they take the food, right? Nerve ganglia. So this is the brain-like structure. This is the atrial cavity. One very important. Yes, they are called tunicata. Urochordata is also called tunicata. That you need to know. This may be a question. Tunicata or tunicata, whatever you want to pronounce it. Tunicata. So why they are called tunic? Because their body is covered with a membrane called tunic. This is this membrane. Their body is covered with a leather-like structure called tunic. Tunic covering, it is leather made up of cellulose-like, not cellulose, cellulose-like organic stuff, right? So tunicata, they have tunica, a membrane, a covering membrane. That's why they have been kept in this phylum. Clear? Now again, there are these structure which is like digestive system. So they take the food along with the water. This is esophagus, from where they take means food intake. This is meant for food intake, and male and female glands are present here. This is the stomach, from where, and this is anus is present. So that's how they take. This is heart. So heart is present at the lower part, right? Fine. And stigmata, these are the structure from where they filter the water and they take some food particle inside. Fine. And this is that real siphon from where they exit. Bit of water takes place. So water exits from here. This atrial siphon. This siphon structure from where the atrial siphon. From here the water exits, and from here the water comes. Right. So this was some basic structure. You have to remember that tunica. So please note it down. Urochordata are also called urochordata are also called tunicata. Tunicata. Because they have a leather-like covering called tunic, leather-like covering called tunic, which is made up of leather-like covering called tunic, which is made up of cellulose-like, which is made up of cellulose-like organic substance, which is made up of cellulose-like organic substance. Next, larva or tadpole are motile and they undergoes retrogressive metamorphosis. This is very, very, very important. What does it mean? Look, across the animal phylum, you will find that adult are advanced one and young one are less developed. That is true. Always young one are less developed and adults are more developed than young one. Here, young one are more developed and adults are less developed. So development is negative. In human, what happen? A small kid, a small infant, then a small kid, a small child, then adult one. So at every stage you become more advanced, right? But here what is happening? The development is negative, retrogressive development, right? Larva or tadpole is motile and undergoes retrogressive metamorphosis, means negative development, right? And here the adult is less advanced, right? So they have the retrogressive development. Did you got this point or not? Tell me. Retrogressive development. Did you got this point or not? Tell me, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please note down. In this phylum, larva or tadpole is more advanced. Larva or tadpole is more advanced than adult one. Full stop. Larva undergo retrogressive metamorphosis. Retrogressive metamorphosis. That is negative development. Last but not the least, blood of hardmania is green because of presence of vanadium. Please note it down. Blood of hardmania, is green because of blood of hardmania is this organism. This is representative organism which is visible. It is written over here. Look, hardmania. Right. So the name of subphylum is Urochordata or Tunicata, and the representative organism is hardmania. Right. So blood of hardmania is green due to due to presence of vanadium. Due to presence of vanadium. Is that clear? Fine. So this was Euro for data. Next is subphylum Cephalochordata. Now, what is Cephalochordata? Give me 1 second. Look, here you can see. So Cephalochordata, the subphylum name is Cephalochordata, and cephalo means head and chordata means notochord. The name of this representative organism is Amphioxus, right? Amphioxus. So Amphioxus is a representative organism, right? Ardemania was representative organism of notochordata, and this is Cephalochordata. Look, they have oral tentacles. So these tentacles are sensory, and these tentacles are known as ocelli, right? Then dorsal nerve cord, and below nerve cord, to protect nerve cord, there is a notochord. So the purpose of notochord, I have already told you that to protect the nerve cord. Now from here, water enter and come out from here. So these are the gill slits or the pharynx. There are gonads. You can see the gonads are below the gill slits, and this is the atrium, means heart part. And what is the purpose of dorsal? Yes, the purpose of nerve cord to like uh, like we have the brain, right? Brain is the main monitor part, right? From here, the masses have to convey from the brain to the rest of the back body part, right? So the main purpose of nerve cord to take the information across the body. It's a main cable of the body, right? Main electric cable of the body. Got it? Yeah, welcome. So this is the dorsal nerve cord. So nerve cord, it is spreading information everywhere. Now to protect nerve cord, there is a notochord, which is the precursor of backbone. I have already told you, right? And then this is the digestive system, NS and all. So both adult and larva are motile. Both are motile, means both are equally developed. Notochord extended up to anterior end, up to head. That's why it is called cephalochordata, right? Gills are well developed and numerous in number. They have number of the gills. It shows progressive development, means positive. Adults are more advanced than larva normally would have. Amphioxus has numerous eye spot, which is sensitive to light. You have to write down this only this one. Amphioxus have numerous eye spot which are sensitive to light. Amphioxus have numerous eye spot which are sensitive to light. Got it? Martin, clear? Should we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Let me check. Yeah, everything is there. So now come to the vertebrata or craniata. So as we have discussed that again, vertebrata or craniata have been divided into two categories: agnatha and gnathostomata. Agnatha means those do not have jaw, or gnathostomata those which have jaw. Now agnatha means they lack the jaw. They have been divided into two categories: cyclostomata and ostracdermy. Right. So first, this is the ostracdermy. Ostracdermy is extinct. This is the fossil diagram of fossil picture of ostracdermy. They were these kind of the fishes. They are the earliest known vertebrate, right? So earliest known vertebrate are ostracdermy. They are extinct, which appeared in Ordovician period. They are also called armored fishes. Please note down, and they all are extinct. They are known as armored fishes, and they all are extinct. They are known as armored fishes, and they all are extinct. Clear? Next one, cyclostomata. Now, cyclostomata are those, they have circular mouth fishes, right? Their mouth is circular. So basically, they are parasites. They do not require jaw. They stuck in any large fish, right? They and suck that blood, suck its blood, right? So they need not to for the jaw. Jaw is not required for them, right? So cyclostoma, right? So if from the name itself, it's clear. Cyclo means circular and stoma means mouth. So circular mouth fishes. They have external gills, eyes present, and this is buccal tunnel. So they occur in sea and large river, both, right? If they are marine, they will migrate. That is very important. This question I've been asked multiple times. Multiple times. Just a minute. This question I've been asked multiple times. And this is very interesting question. What happened? First, let me explain you, and then you have to note it down. This is a question. Even this can come again. So, if they are marine, suppose that they are found in the ocean. For sake of giving birth to their child, they will go to the river. Against the stream, they will go to the river. In river, they will give birth to their young one, and then they will swim back to the ocean. While coming back to the ocean after giving the birth, after few days, they will die. Then their young one will develop, metamorphose and develop, and they will return back to the ocean. That's it. So if they are marine, they migrate for spawning to fresh water. After spawning, within a few days, they die. This their larva metamorphoses and return to ocean. Please note down. In cyclostomata, if they are marine, they migrate to fresh water for spawning. Spawning means giving birth to young one. For spawning. Let's stop. After spawning, yeah, spawning, spawing. It is written spawing, right? Spawning. For spawning, after spawning, within few days, SPAWING. Yes, SPA. This is spawing. SPAWING. It is written for it. This is the spelling. SPAWING. Right? Spawing. After spawing, within a few days, they die. And their larva metamorphoses. Their larva metamorphoses and come back. Their larva metamorphoses and come back to ocean. Mouth is circular and they are jawless. They are also called jawless fishes. They are not true fishes, right? So please note down. They are not true fishes. Second question. They are not true fishes. They have 6 to 15 pair of gills. They have 6 to 15 pair of gills. So, and what else can be questioned? Next, head and brain are poorly developed. Stomach, next point. Stomach is absent because why? They are parasite. Stomach is absent. Stomach is absent. Heart is two-chambered. And fertilization is external. Okay. Martin and Ashir. Keep at this point only, right? Actually, I have eye infection, so I'm unable to watch continuously on the screen. So keep till this point only. And in next class, we'll cover this one, super class, this one, Pisces. So we'll start from the Pisces, right? You can't hear me? Now, am I audible? Yashir? Okay, so we'll keep at this point only, right? I have some eye infection. I'm unable to see on the screen, right? So we'll start from this one, super class Pisces means the next class, right? Look.